Learn to listen when it's grown men talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Every discussion from experience, and hopefully within it delivers some deliverance. It's all facts and opinionated, from the west where that real spit originated. Brothers truly trying to save a soul, provoke thought so we can really designate a goal. We on that grown man scribble, the ball in our court with command on the dribble. This is something that'll help the show, cause it's something that'll help us grow. We see exactly what the people need. Now welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking, cause real spit you don't find that often.
Spitt'n
Pollaseedz.
That's what it is.
What's today? What day is it? What day is
Wednesday.
it? It must be Spitt'n Pollaseedz.
Must be, gotta be.
We gonna Wednesday is gonna be National Spitt'n Pollaseedz Day.
Yeah, definitely.
Just fuck it. We
Yeah.
gonna change it.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
We're gonna change it today. How about that?
Yeah.
About those days anyway. Who even checks to see if they're valid or not?
Yeah.
You know, today is Natural Cupcake Day, and it's like,
No, for
okay,
Just roll with it. Yeah.
Just roll
Making
with
up
it.
shit, so we might as well make up our own shit, right?
Yeah. Wednesday.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
Maybe we need to call policy.
Create our own story.
Man. Take remove Wednesday and put policy.
Yeah, policy.
Spitt'n Pollaseedz, yeah,
Period.
on Wednesday.
Yeah.
See
Yeah,
that.
let's get a petition going.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Let's make it a holiday.
Hey. Right after
How many signatures
June
we
20th.
Hell yeah.
What
y'all
up,
know
y'all?
what
Though?
it is. Y'all come on in, sit down. Hey, look, I know the Laker game is on,
Yeah,
but
y'all can watch us during commercials.
yeah, that'll work. And then go back and then just watch
Yeah.
the full show.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Support the people you know. I don't know
Man.
LeBron and them.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, we
Yeah.
all LA fans,
Yeah.
but do y'all know them
Oh,
really?
they don't know. They don't know.
Could they
Listen,
dress you
I'm
like
saying-
Kanoom or cut you like Trev or let
Man.
me entertain you or let Kev
Man.
make y'all laugh?
Come on.
Amen.
Come on,
Mm-mm.
come on in.
Man,
All
can't
right.
do
Y'all
that.
sit down with
All
us.
right.
Nope.
You can record the game.
Right. That too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Cause don't tell
We're
us
live.
no,
Yeah.
we don't want to know the score.
And on
None
the
of that.
inside, I'm like, oh.
Who win it?
Yeah.
Definitely. So we gonna roll. We gonna get right on up in this joint, in this piece. Hey, Canoe, how you feeling today, bro?
Ooh,
I
good
threw you
question.
over here.
Yeah, I had to gut check myself. Like, this show is definitely how I'm feeling. Cost of doing business with Black business,
Mm.
and this is a great topic, especially in the space that I'm in.
Right.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
having a Black business,
Right.
and you see how it is to run the Black business.
Man,
See if your people gonna support you in
That's
the Black
right.
business.
absolutely.
So you know, I'm feeling that. So everything is everything, though.
Right.
How about you, EP?
Man, I'm having a great week. It's been a busy week. It's I don't know, it's a good time in my business. I've been grinding for so long and starting to see some of the fruits of my labor and
Yeah.
some of the areas where it hasn't been so fruitful. So I'm just I'm just taking it all in for the most part. But a great week. I'm healthy. My family is healthy.
Yeah.
Important.
Mother Day is coming up. Like I just entertained the neighborhood in which I grew up and went
Mhm.
back and gave back, and just to see how uplifting it was and how those people received it and felt like they were loved was everything. So
Yeah.
I'm in a great
That's dope.
space. Great
That's right.
space.
Let's go.
Trev, I hear you shine over here, brother. You all right?
I'll just say I'm living today's topic. I'm living today's topic. The cost of doing Black business and dealing with it. So it's been a full, robust week, and I'm appreciating it. It's making me stronger.
Cool.
But for right now, how about you, Kev? How
Man,
you feeling?
It's been a roller coaster, man, these last few weeks. But still standing. still gonna push through. You know, it's just life. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes it doesn't go the way that we always want it to go, or we feel that it should go. But we're here and we living it. So I'm not gonna complain.
Because what good would it do?
It's not.
We're actually doing better than that. We're like we are really, really fortunate.
Yeah, definitely. I
So
agree.
man, I'm gonna rejoice. And
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you got to be grateful even sometimes, you know, when it doesn't even appear to be good. That's what faith is all about.
that's what it is. That's what it's all about.
You being grateful.
And learn from these times,
Yes.
because oftentimes these times help you sustain you in the next level. So you actually need it. We don't always welcome it. Like, hey, come on, rain on me. But it's in those times where, you know, rain, when you pray for the rain, mud comes as well. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotta get a mud
Yeah.
slide.
Well put.
hey,
Well put.
So tonight shows the cost of doing business with Black business.
yes.
And are we talking about like the systemic things, the why Black people don't support
We're
Black
talking
businesses?
anything is on the table.
Okay.
That's definitely a dynamic of the subject.
Yeah, because we could get started there. I mean, I want to get
Let's do
started
it.
there
Let's do
because
it.
the statistics are there. Like in our community, the Black dollar does not circulate a full day.
No. 6
No.
hours.
They say they said 6 hours.
Yeah.
The Asian community, 28 days, almost a whole month.
Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Okay, so I come in your business.
Mhm.
I give you $100, right?
Yeah.
I purchase something from you for $100.
Yes.
You go to your car. You need gas.
Mm-hmm.
Where you stopping? Where you going?
To Arco
Where?
in Compton.
Okay, so you are contributing to keeping the dollar circulated in the Black neighborhood.
Yeah,
but
is
it
that
a Black?
Arco
But that's
owned?
That's what I'm saying. Is
by,
it owned? That's
no,
where I was going.
Is owned
not.
by some Persian. I've actually met him. It's not Black owned.
Okay, you hungry? You just got the gas. You hungry? Where you stopping to go get something to eat?
Now I will select a Black restaurant
That's convenient. So I'm talking about without the effort,
without the effort.
the mind state. Where are you gonna go? Because not often do we just say, okay, that's a this franchise. I like whatever Subway. That's a Subway. Nah, it ain't Black owned. I'm gonna go to the one that's owned by Black. Do we even know where they are?
Yeah. So I think I've been doing this for a while. So I intentionally support Black businesses.
Yeah.
Because of course I want that reciprocity to be
Right.
there, and of course in
Absolutely.
turn those people to support mine. It's just like a friend of mine. I don't know the name of his kitchen, but I ordered something off of Postmates from his kitchen, and then in turn, he bought something from me earlier that week. So I was like, man, shoot, let me go and order something from Queasy's. Do it. Well, I don't know what the name of the kitchen is, but I should, shameless plug for Queasy, but he has a kitchen, Queasy Jordan. He has a kitchen on Uber Eats, and I just ordered something from there to get something to eat.
Nice. Yeah.
You know, it has to be intentional. If
Yeah,
we don't
you're right.
if we don't think about it, we just gonna go to McDonald's, and it even not even owned by somebody Black at McDonald's.
Yeah. Part of the reason that I find it kind of hard or less convenient to support some Black businesses is because we don't invest in the things that's needed in that area. Say, for instance, I go to somewhere on, let's say, Avalon. If the neighborhood is a rough neighborhood, then the money that you make from your business, you need to invest in security.
Yes, I would agree.
You know what I
with that.
mean? You need to invest in the upkeep and making it a welcoming establishment for me to feel safe enough to at least get in and get out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we have to, in Black businesses, we have to go the extra mile. Unfortunately and fortunately, I don't just support Black businesses for the sake that they're
Being
black. a black business. Like I want to do good business because at the in the same token, we are all entrepreneurs here. You have a black business, you have a black business, you have a black business, and I hold myself to a higher standard. I know I have to go the extra mile in order to secure some of the things, especially in my field.
Yeah.
Because like my studio is in the hood.
Yeah.
But I purposely try to make it feel like an oasis when you get there
Mm-hmm.
and you look around like, man, I had no idea this was here.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Just part of my take.
Yeah. Good.
What about you, Trevor? I know.
I think the core of the problem is we're underfunded.
Mm.
I think that the reason why we have a lot of mom and pop businesses are, well, let me first say that they try to hold us down to a micro business. And usually it's a micro business because we don't have the funds and we have to do it out of our own pockets. Oftentimes, the loans that are available aren't necessarily fair to us. We'll get a higher interest rate as well as the percentage of us that would get those high interest rated loans. It's
Mhm.
almost like predatory lending.
Yeah.
We'll get the higher interest rates. Then we also have we have some black owned micro businesses that are doing pretty well, that have gotten funded and things of that nature. But it's what, and I'll go back to what has been done to us in our community is an evil genius. Technically, we talk about things like, let's say, even the welfare system, right? Now, it's really designed for Caucasians, Jews, Asians, and Indians, because they are allowed to open their businesses in our communities where people are paying rent. So you're, like you said, you want to pay the rent to the Jewish and or Caucasian usually. Then you're going to go shopping, or you're going to go eat at the Asian, or you're going to shop at the swap meet, or you're going to buy your gas from the Indian culture. So it's kind of like they set you up for failure. And these are some of the things that we don't know about, and we just think that it's natural. So it's a bigger picture because it's set up for us to do minimal.
And we only think of black business normally when it comes to a restaurant, clothing store, but like all the essential things, like we mentioned, like gas and we don't even consider that of supporting a black business. Where are they?
Right.
Yeah.
And I know they exist, but like all the necessities,
yeah,
the emphasis isn't put on those types of businesses to support.
Right. And those businesses that are in our community are subsidized through the welfare system. You take the father out the house, you have the emotional component, which is the mother, and the finances, and it's given to all those that are closest to her that she's familiar with, leaving her with the scrapes.
Then you make it convenient. Hey man, now they accepting EBT at what's the name?
Yeah.
So now you're gonna get all of that money.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take EBT anytime soon?
Yeah, if I can.
Okay.
If I can, I will take EBT. I tell everybody I take everything except EBT.
I feel you. Yeah. You need to eat that. What's your take on it, Kev?
I'm in it just like you guys, man. I think it's a setup to fail, and it takes the strong to survive. You know what I mean? But that's what it is. Also, business etiquette, also has to be given. Needs to be A1. Even the people that you hire,
gotta care.
Have to care. Have to have people skills. A lot of business, black owned business is not even proper training. They just taking bodies. So
another thing we have to do, Kevin, we have to hold them accountable.
Definitely.
Like instead of saying I'm not going to support them just right off the bat, like let's complain. Let's have a conversation with the owner.
Yes.
Because oftentimes employees mess it up for the owner, and the owner doesn't even know.
That had happened to me on 3 occasions, right? Gone out. The waitress she was completely, seemed like she was oblivious to how to serve, how to be. I don't know if she was trained right or whatever else. But so I went and got my own utensils. Then I went back and got my own drink. And she came back about 30 minutes later and had a little slight attitude, but it was whatever. So she had gotten offended and was kind of, foul with me. So I'm going to say she was completely disrespectful, but that's not the behavior you want from a waitress.
Right.
You're serving me. So what I did was I told the owner what was going on. I called him later on. Matter of fact, it was Mike D. I called him, talked to him, and my thing was, don't fire her. Let's improve. Let's make her better. And whatever I can do, I'll go back and I'll go to her particularly and give it another go.
Right.
And now me and that young lady are cool. Every time she sees me, she no longer works there, but she's like, "Hey, friend, blah
Got
blah
her
blah."
fired,
So
man.
no. She
Got her
moved.
fired.
No.
You're
You know
the
what I
reason
mean?
why she's not working there
No.
anymore.
Yeah.
She,
Wow.
no. This was after a
No.
Yeah.
about a year
Black
or
on
two.
black
But
business gives
we're
black
cool.
eyes, man.
Wait,
I
Did-
helped her. My thing was, don't fire her. Let's
Just replace her.
Let's fix.
Did
Don't
you-
fix. Fix.
Did
That's
you
all.
put the tip in?
I did.
Okay.
I tipped it.
Yeah.
But absolutely, and that's the thing,
It's
Joe.
how
I
we
mean,
react.
you took it and you handled it that way. But how many of us would have just acted a fool right
Yeah.
back?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You meet with a little bit of
Right.
high energy. I'm gonna return that high energy,
Mhm.
and I don't think that's the way to do it.
Nah.
Especially not at a food establishment.
No.
You
Nah.
cause a
You
food
might
fight.
not want to do it. Nah. You
Food
might
fight.
And
You
get
spit.
your flavor.
something
Yeah.
in your
Yeah.
food.
Right, yeah.
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 But
How many times y'all been in the drive-through? No, I want to shut
man.
up. What
No,
are you
for
talking
real.
about? What are
For
you
real.
talking about?
right,
We don't want no extra sauce on this
Yeah.
burger.
Yeah.
For real.
right. And it almost make you not go out as much. Because I mean, those type of things it goes on in the back of my mind.
Okay, so
I-
now
I-
go ahead.
I think some of the things that prevent us from supporting one another, I'm just going to, most people look at segregation as a good thing, right? But when we had to deal with one another, we had to support one another. So I'm thinking segregation caused a downfall in economics in the black community.
Well,
You look
You're right.
at
You're right.
you look at
Greenwood and all.
yeah, you look at the Negro League, right? And when they integrated with the Major League Baseball, now decimated the Negro League. Not only did you have these players that were playing games, but you had vendors that were at the people making food for
Right.
the game
Yeah.
and all of these
Making
things.
parking lot
It,
attendants.
yeah, it decimated
Yeah.
the black community, but
Absolutely.
everybody look at it as a good thing. And I think when we had to deal with one another,
We flourished.
we flourished.
But another thing is that you just mentioned the word community. I think what will help our black businesses if we don't just come in the community, take the money and go home. If we have to get involved in the community in which our businesses are placed.
Of course.
We got to get involved. We got to know, that's little Tyrone, man. That's Keisha's son. He goes to this school. Do you even know your clients?
Mhm.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Or your
Yeah,
customers.
that's customer service.
It is.
Are you going to the meetings for that community? Are you making it better?
Yeah.
Mhm.
If it's trash in front of the building next to yours, are you just gonna say that ain't my trash,
Right.
but it's an eyesore for your business? So
Yes.
I'm less likely to stop because it's not necessarily your job, but it's your job.
Your
Right.
duty,
Yeah.
your civic duty,
Yeah.
Our
to your fellow man.
responsibility.
Not
Yeah.
just to your fellow man, but for curb appeal for me
Right.
to support
Yeah,
your
definitely
business.
curb
Yeah.
appeal.
Yeah.
I mean, I sweep in front of my store. So sweeping in front of my store sometimes extends to Aaron's space,
Yeah.
the space next to me. But
Yeah.
it's like almost therapeutic. But if you never was taught that, how do you know that? And this is the thing that I want to get to with black people and black business. Sometimes we have a passion, but we weren't taught how to run the business.
Yeah,
And
you're right.
we have a caller.
Right.
Let's take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, caller. What's your name, question, and or comment?
Hi, this is Cassandra Kimberly. How's everyone?
What's up,
Hello,
Cassandra
hello, hello.
Kimberly?
Hey.
Thank you
Hey,
for
hey,
watching.
hey. Thank you for having me. So I'm the owner of Velvet Monkey Designs. I am in partnership with my fabulous mom. We create everything from hand. So we're a designer of clothes. So we've been doing this since 2006. But
Congratulations.
one thing I want to say, thank you. One thing I want to say that's so important, customer service is so big, right? Because you want people to return. You want people to tell other people about your business. So, for example, our clothing, someone wears it, but not only did they get good quality, they got great service. So we believe in supporting men, women in other businesses, but as far as our own, we always add a little something extra so that when you leave, you're like, oh my gosh, Cassandra was great, or Velvet was great, or oh, we love these items, and then they come back. Being on time is so important. First impressions, very, very important. Whether we're having a great day, whether my hair is standing up on my head, not really. But if I'm having a moment, they won't know it because I keep smiling, and I always like to say something positive to the women and the men that come and do business with us. Because why? We're in business because of the people. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yes.
we want them to be happy and they return. And that's a blessing. And I'm going to say one thing real quick. Years ago, there was a great nail salon in Inglewood. And I used to get my nails done. It was black owned. It was real popular. My sorority sisters, we all went. But you would literally be there. Your appointment was at 12. They wouldn't get to you about 2. You'd be there all day long. Now, you would leave with fabulous nails, but you'd be stressed out because you done missed the appointment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They didn't give you great service. I mean, the nails look good, but at the end of the day, you wasted a day because you're there all day and you did not feel that you were special. So I think it's important in business, too, to make sure no matter who's coming in, that you treat them with high quality.
Great point.
Thank you, Cassandra.
Thank you.
Sounds like you need to do a business class, Cassandra, on customer service.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you, guys.
That's
awesome.
a great brand.
That was
She has a
awesome.
great brand. Thank you, Cassandra.
I stand on that because it's like if you promise low and deliver high, now that's a fine line because some people are going to appreciate it and some people are going to take you for granted. So that's one of the pros and cons of doing business.
I'm a deliver high and I'm a promise high.
Yeah.
I'm a promise high. I'm gonna deliver higher.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's
That's
the
just
thing.
me.
Well, here's the thing. You're mediocre at somebody else's best because of the standards that you have for yourself, right? Your quality of work. So
Could be that.
Okay. So now, if you are going to give your normal, when you go above and beyond, sometimes people do not. This is just my opinion. They attach the value of something contingent upon the cost of something.
And another thing that kills Black businesses is that we always want to hook up.
We want the color. I
we
call it
wanna
the
hook
color
up.
coupon.
Yeah, that's
want
my
the color
friends. That's my
coupon.
friend's business. Man, hook me up.
That's parallel to black tax.
Yeah. Want the
Yeah,
color
like that.
coupon. You get the color coupon. Hey,
Yeah.
we the same color. Let me get that coupon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're gonna ask me for a hookup. How do you have the audacity to ask me for a hookup because we black, but you coming in like you rich? You coming in with the bling bling and you got
What?
this cracking and you put
What are you
parallel
talking
parking.
about?
It's
That's
like,
every
hold
that's
up.
that's every rapper I deal with.
Man.
On the gram, it's like
But you
this,
want-
but when it's time
to pay, it ain't like that.
what?
So like it's the fronting of validation or the fronting to be valid.
But
That
like
right
you
there
said,
is a hindrance.
it's the evil genius that was done to us. We have to show that we have it because for many years we didn't have it.
We have to take each other more seriously. We have to
Yeah.
do business seriously, and we have to take each other's business seriously.
Let me tell you how just the giving of something a little extra, how it plays in such a great part in having a successful business. So I'm a partner in a body shop. Some of you've been the Hovic's Precision Auto Body in Hawthorne, but
Shameless plug.
not even a shameless plug. I'm plugging.
Why should it be shameless?
Yeah, but originally he had a shop on Gage, kind of around the corner from the studio. So I had the car prior to the one I had. I bought a tail and I wanted the tail put on and painted. So I stopped at his business. He wasn't there. Nobody came out to help me. It was a horrible situation. And I left, right? So instead of like, you know what? I ain't never going, because I did say that I'm never going back, but I went back. Some said, just go back. I went back. He came out. He's like, man, yeah, I'll paint it. I'll do the lights. I'll do this. And then when I came back to get my car, I was like, how much? Oh, he's like, you don't owe me nothing. It's like, what? I don't owe you nothing? Word. But since then, I done sent him tons of business just because he did that one thing for me.
Yeah.
So just having that mind state of just giving sometimes.
He fixed the problem.
He fixed the problem, but I don't even know if I told him the problem.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? But sometimes you just had discernment of who to give something to.
Right.
Yeah.
That's important.
And then that will pay tenfold.
That's important.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've given Trevor stuff. I don't know what it, but it's done me well though. I've gave him blazers and.
But those were the little ones that used to
Yeah.
be.
That's
I couldn't sell them in my store. They were little kitty stuff.
Yeah.
It's a men's store, so
all the baby mag and shit.
Yeah.
Right. And that's exactly what I was about to say.
Took it off the baby
twisted
daddy.
raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think. But do you think that sometimes Black people can be more critical
Yes.
of Black businesses
Yes.
than any other business?
Oh,
Yes.
definitely.
I find that that's why it can't be no little dust when you come in, because sometimes Black people,
We a trip.
we will look at the most minute thing in my business and make it huge. Oh, he didn't have no he wasn't serving champagne that day. And I don't serve it every day.
Yeah. But you see what I mean? See how swag
Champagne.
serves champagne.
Yeah, you get
Trev,
swanky sometimes.
have you ever
Swank.
had champagne
That's
when
swag. From
He's
swank.
had
I'm
whiskey.
right.
Yeah, I mean,
But I'll say this. Canoe kind of sets the tone for the environment when you come in, right? So as a friend and a supporter of his business, not only would I buy something, but what I do is once a month I reward myself for my efforts and my hard work. So I'd rather go to Canoe, right? So I would purchase something, but if need be, I would grab the broom and I'd sweep. I would bring a bottle. I mean, I remember one time I thought I brought a cool bottle. He told me, he said, take it back.
we don't drink that.
We don't drink that, Trevor. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. I
don't
brought
drink
a bottle,
that.
right? So, but at the same token, because of the friendship and camaraderie there, then, you know, if I have to do whatever, I would bring a bottle, I would clean up, I would sweep, I would help, I would assist. So the supporting of each other, I think, is also important.
And then too, with the bottle, see, that would have worked at a regular man clothing store.
Not a haberdashery.
Not a haberdashery.
I brought them all.
Of course.
Yeah, he bought that twist top whiskey. We do the cork. You got to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't drink that. Let's. Johnny Jones, is that the second? Yeah, Johnny Jones the second. We know we are great and we expect perfection. Do you expect perfection? I do.
Yeah,
we
I do.
strive for
I do.
perfection.
I do.
We do strive for
because
perfection. That's true, Johnny.
yeah, if the transaction of where we go is seamless, it was perfect. So we notice when it's not perfect. When I go in the store, I want to know that that's what they got. I picked it up. I went there. It was no problem with the cash register ain't work. Oh, we don't have change or none of that. So if any of those things arise, we know it wasn't perfection.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So I guess in a sense we do. And when I go to the car wash, I don't want my rims still dirty. That's why I walk around like, nah, you missed this.
Yeah.
And so I'm just as critical wherever I go.
Yeah,
I am.
Yeah.
For me, one of the things that when I'm doing business, welcoming welcoming, hospitable service. I welcome you into the shop. I'm hospitable, but I also try to spread the spirit of joy when the person comes in, because I may not always be on time because we're not robots. We may not always be finished exactly when we say. We may have a client or a service that this person may wants to get something hemmed. Somebody may need to go a little bit longer. So your timing isn't always perfect. But when a person realizes that I'm taking things from your perspective about my business, then I think that's a little bit better.
Okay.
And that's
All right.
different in your
Oh,
field,
okay.
and I'll come back to that.
Right.
Okay.
We could take the
Vegas.
All right.
Thank you for calling Spitt'n Pollaseedz. What's your name, question, and or comment?
Hey, how y'all doing? This is Kenny.
What
Kenny
up?
from
Doing,
Spody
brother?
Cuts.
What up, Kenny?
How you
Hey,
doing,
Kenny.
brother?
Hey, Trev told me to tap in, so I'm tapping in with y'all.
Good stuff.
You tapped in. What you got to say, Kenny?
Man, I love how y'all doing the upgrade on the advertisement and everything, man. I seen y'all was first in the first location, I guess the first episodes.
Oh man,
So
we
it's
appreciate
definitely,
your support, brother.
Man, yeah.
We growing this black business.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Growing it, always
As y'all
improving this
should.
black business.
Kenny, if you can, could you explain some of your accomplishment? Because he's a young guy. He was one of the students at the Barber College, and he's one of the guys that, in my opinion, is shining star in our community. So, Kenny, if you don't mind, saying some of the businesses that you had started and some of your sweet and sours about it.
Man, what I started in the beginning, like once I graduated barbering school, I came out with my own hair care product. That was when I was about like 20 years old, and it was ups and downs within that business. But during the time of just doing bad business, I had to keep my head up. I had to keep going. I couldn't just fall down and let it just pass me by the wayside. You know, I had to keep pushing myself, letting myself know I have something greater to give to the world, and I have a greater purpose. And from there, I just started creating other businesses. That business went sour, but I created another one. After that, I created another one. So as of right now, I'm in real estate. I just got back from Detroit. I was looking at 2 of my commercial properties, and I'm also in the mix of trying to build on another commercial property out here in 29 Palms, California. So I'm staying busy, and I'm not allowing grass to grow under my feet.
Nice, man. Nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
Congratulations, man.
That's great.
Good, man. We applaud you.
Yes.
Thank you for the
Appreciate
call,
it.
brother, man.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you for the support.
Keep going too, bro.
Yes, sir. Will do. I can't stop.
And one day we'll be looking for you to buy some commercial property.
Man,
You're right.
That's the
That's what it
purpose.
is.
I think he was.
You already know.
How old
That's
were
the
you?
plan.
How old were you when you opened your? I think it was 8th corporation.
Man, I had to been like 24, 25.
That's good, man. That's good.
And
thank you
just
for
being able to
calling,
build
man.
my personal credit from the knowledge and information that I received from Trevor, and then going into business credit and doing it big on that area. So just like y'all, I've been growing, not just on a business level, but spiritual, mental, and definitely emotional level, just being more mature and growing as a business owner and just as a man in general.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Yep. All right. Y'all take care.
Thank you.
All
You
right.
too,
Be
bro.
safe.
Thank you for calling in.
Keep it up.
Yeah.
So to piggyback on what we were saying before we went to the call, you made mention that you were in a service profession, so your time can slip a little bit because one person you might estimate will take 15 minutes and then it ends up taking longer. But other businesses, like, we don't give that same margin of error. Like, if, for instance, if you're a restaurant and you say we're open from 8 to 8, and just because you're slow, you close at 6, that ain't. Or I'm gonna stretch it out even further. You close at 8, but I pull up at 7:45 and you already locked the door because it was slow. That's horrible. I don't care if you black or blue, white or gray. That's bad business. So I just expect you to be a good business for me to continue to support you.
But
Absolutely.
like who said it earlier? It's like I don't. Well, you said it, EP. I don't want you to support me because I'm a black owned business. I want you to support me because I have a great business that just happens to be black owned.
Yeah.
You know, I just that's inconsequential of it. But I think, you know, if you have a good black business, I'm gonna support you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm even if I don't need your service, I'm gonna tell somebody else.
Yeah.
Hey, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to go see EP. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nothing about no putting no beats on. Go ahead. Talk to EP.
Yeah.
And I can confidently refer him.
Yeah.
Because I know he's doing good business.
Yeah.
Now it's hard referring somebody that's doing horrible business, right?
Yeah.
So we got to check our own selves when it comes to that, and people that are out there supporting businesses. My thing is an open communication policy. You can email me, call me, text me, and tell me like if you did not like. I love constructive criticism.
Yeah, and that's a thing in itself. Oftentimes in black business, we don't reinvest in our business. I think I said it earlier, but some business. Oh yeah, we only take cash. You ain't growing. You're not growing with the times.
Right.
You mean I can't use a credit card? I can't do this. Like you're making it. You're making it hard for me to do business with you.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So we have to reinvest.
Right.
Yes, I agree.
Reinvest and sometimes even reinvent yourselves, because you have to go with the time. You have to move with the times. So some people rather not and then get set in their ways. But what worked at one point may still work to a certain extent as time moves on.
And we have to constantly do an analysis to see who we should market to, or who our marketing, you know, who our client base is.
Yes. I had a discussion with somebody with that. Sometimes I often feel that just because you can't open a business, you shouldn't.
Right.
But we can pick that up.
All learn.
Thank you for calling Spitt'n Pollaseedz. What's your name, question, and or comment?
Hi, my name is Marcia. A great conversation. One of the things I think why a lot of us we don't support each other, I think, is just a lot of inconsistency. Someone just mentioned, I think it was Kanoom, who said, you know, I don't support a black business because they're black. I'm going to support you because you have a great product, right?
Yes.
And the other thing about that is also, if there is an issue, your follow-up. I think sometimes, you know, we don't follow up like we should. If I send you an email, or if I come back to you and say, hey, you know what, something was, you know, this is not exactly what I ordered, or whatever the case may be, right? Mm-hmm. Being able to follow up, to communicate. If you're saying like, hey, you know, let me look into this, I'm going to get back with you in 2 days. I'm either going to send you an email or call back. Then I think respond, right? Respond in a timely manner. Or if you can't get back with your customer, at least let them know, send them some type of communication. The other thing is, I think sometimes, you know, within ourselves, you may even have a great product and you take for granted your customer. Well, because I have a great product, that, you know, I don't have to worry about the customer service part of it, right?
You're right.
My product is so great, so you're just going to come back to me because. And I think that's not the case. I think sometimes we take each other for granted. Mm-hmm. And, you know, someone, you know, the referral process.
Yeah.
We don't refer each other sometimes is because it could be one experience and we're like, you know what, I'm not going back to that customer or going back to that person. And then I don't think we're willing to show each other grace.
I agree.
We need it too.
Exactly. Right. But the other part of that is, I think if you're a business owner, is to sometimes it's about sharpening your skills, right? Sometimes, you know, you might have a good concept but you're not, you know, when it comes to being professional, you might need to, you know, sharpen up your skills, take some classes, right? Stay up on the latest technology. So I think there are a lot of things that we can do to enhance each other and to make sure that we are supportive.
Absolutely.
But do you have a business?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm a manager, but when it comes to customer service, that's like wherever I go, that's the first thing that I pay attention to.
You pay attention to customer service.
Yeah.
Because what is that? Thank you very much for calling.
And now they have grading systems.
Yeah.
They got Yelp and other things that really tell on your business before a person even visited you.
They say, what is that Maya Angelou saying? It says, I don't remember
Still
how
I
you
rise.
treated me.
No, I'm just saying.
I remember how you made me feel.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I don't,
yeah.
It's basically
people
I
will-
leave away with how you made me feel.
Yeah.
That's
People
what
will
I
often
remember.
forget what you said. They
Yeah.
will always remember.
You can have
That's one of
subpar service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the
was-
food was subpar,
Yeah.
but you
the
made
ser-
me feel fabulous.
Absolutely.
Right. That's one of the I saw on the billboard of the shop. It's more than just a cut; it's an experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how do you make a person feel when they get up from your service, out of your chair?
Yes.
And I think that that's a person's ministry. And if you take your ministry properly, then it's going to be a different result. For example, your church would be swank. Your altar would be the whether it be the register or the in front of the mirror or what have you. Your church would be your studio, and your keyboard would be your altar. So they're going to pay you the tithes for your service, and if they give you a little bit more, or they tip you, that's the offering. So I think if we all found our altars,
Okay.
Yeah,
we'd be all right.
Okay. Yeah.
We want to. What does Compton Ebony say here? Can we talk about keeping it business? In my industry, I have constantly proved myself as a woman in business. Are you saying that you're getting hit on in business and you want to keep it business? I don't know what.
Matter of fact, call the number on the bottom. We would love to hear more.
Yeah,
in
just
depth.
call in,
Yeah,
Compton
You
Ebony.
want to keep it business?
Yeah, she said,
Yeah.
can we talk about keeping it
Keep it
business?
in business.
So
And I'm sure-
obviously
something's going
she's a
on.
woman in business.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a thing.
And
Women
I
in
know,
business.
definitely.
Yeah.
and I know the
Yeah.
field she's in, and it's a male dominated field. So maybe she feels like she's getting hit on. It come with the territory, baby. Come with the territory.
Damn.
Yeah, I would have to know what she means by that. Keep it in business.
Well,
Yeah, well, that's
if
why
she,
he said
if
call
she
in,
call
but-
in,
yeah, but-
That's only
we could
way-
kind of.
unless she put another.
I'm not assuming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Deshaun Coleman says, have normal business hours, be on time to open your doors. Don't have a sign or advertise you open at 10 a.m. and arrive at 10:15, 10:30, smelling like a blunt. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's
Right.
Is that unprofessional?
Right.
Unless you're selling
even
weed.
though it's
Yeah.
even though it's
Legal.
It's legal. I went into this. Yeah, you don't want nobody making your smoothie that smell like a powder weed.
No, you don't.
Unless you want some weed
That's
in it.
it. Yeah, it's part of the ingredients.
Yeah.
But is it legal? That's what's crazy. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
But
legal,
still,
so you can do it.
so is alcohol legal. So I
But
don't
you
want
don't wanna
nobody
be-
drunk serving me.
Yeah, you're
Right.
right about that.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, we just
And
gotta,
don't be serving my food sagging, walking past the table sagging.
Yeah, I don't want to see your dairy.
No,
area.
you know what I don't like, and this may sound kind of crappy, but no matter what kind of business it is, micro or macro, I don't like to see people
Okay, somebody.
that aren't on work hours, they chilling and posting up with people that are working.
Yeah, we'll get back. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name, question, or comment.
Family.
Yes, sir.
Stay shine.
They
I
shine.
just read my comment.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, no, more so over the whole smelling like a blunt thing. It varies depending on your business. But like you, Canoon, right? You own a clothing store. I don't want to go into a clothing store and it smells like weed, because then when I walk out with the clothes, it's gonna smell like weed, and I don't want to smell like weed, right?
Yeah, of course.
And then I don't want to go into a business where people are not actually patronizing; they're just loitering, right? And that's huge. And I think in our community,
Explain that a little bit, Deshaun. Explain that, because I could go ahead. Explain what you mean.
Yeah, so hanging out in the front, holding up the wall, not there to patronize, not there to purchase anything, not there for the actual service. They're just a body lingering. It could be just like a homeboy, it could be a friend. Like, it depends on the business, right? Don't get me wrong, but I do feel like perception is everything.
I agree.
Like if we want if we want other people to patronize with us, whether if it's the Latino culture or if it's the Asian culture, if it's the Anglo-Saxon white culture, right? White people, like if we want other people to patronize with us, the perception is everything. So like what I see when I pull up is important to me. Do I feel safe? Do I feel like this is a place where I can go into and get good service and where I'm going to feel valued and not just taken advantage of because I'm here to spend money, or get a service, and if, for example, like if you go into a massage parlor, right? Let's say it's a black owned massage parlor and you go in there and you go in there and it smells, it doesn't look clean. The receptionist is rude. She's not saying hello, how was your day? Or he's not saying hello, how's your day? How can we help you? Did you have an appointment? Greet you with a cup of water. Like there's certain practices that come with running business. Yes. And I think that we shouldn't get in our culture, in Black culture, in our communities for the businesses that are open, we have to have more pride in our business and our customer service and our etiquette.
Yeah, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. Yeah. Because sometimes I think some people would you say some people might be ignorant of how they need to run their business? I think the caller before that, she was talking about we need to always be sharpening our skills. And, if I'm a entrepreneur and I'm going to be greeting customers every day, and how do I engage with these customers so they can have the best experience? I probably read a business book every quarter, just even if I may know those stuff is redundant,
but also what helps if we treat our employees like they matter. So then it transfers to our customers.
Yes.
So if my employees feel valued, then they're going to care about their duties and in my place, in the way that I'm perceived. So it starts from the top and rolls down to the bottom. And if we're not constantly checking that and making sure that the value system is in place all the way around, then we're doing ourselves a disservice.
Yes, we are.
Coaching is definitely important when it comes to owning a business and running the staff. You have to coach your team. It's just like a basketball team or a football team. The coach has to give them the play, and they have to go out there and execute on a daily basis. Certain scenarios are going to call for certain plays to be ran, and you have to hold them accountable and keep them responsible for their reactions to the way the customer may respond or act. So
and reward them and make them feel valued too, because that shines outward.
Yeah.
Can I give go ahead, Deshaun?
I wanted to ask, do you guys think, because from what I see, even from a corporate American standpoint, do you think that there is a lack of manpower?
What do you mean?
In the work field, in running a business, do you see a lack of manpower?
I would say yes.
People being available to run the business.
I would say yes.
Help run the business.
I would say yes. And I would say that because, sometimes you always need another couple of hands. Yeah. And sometimes it feels, if it's a intern or anything like that, that could be very helpful to me, or, in merchandising, so you could be doing other tasks,
And I'm sure it's hard to find young Black employees to really step up.
Yeah. Yeah, that are very interested in the field. That
exactly.
It's a great opportunity for them to step in and be an intern and learn the field that you want to be in.
I think that's
you're passionate about.
I think that's very important, because the person that's the intern eventually can go on to opening their own business because they had some mentorship through you.
But then technology kind of goes against that now, because everybody feels like just because they can work YouTube that they're the boss. Yeah. They can start their own.
With the microwave mentality.
Yeah. And I don't need to work for you. So they're not getting the hands-on skills of even how our industry works before they want to go out there and drive.
And that's required. You got to have some kind of experience before you get into any field.
No, or you get a bad business because you don't.
And that's why.
EP, I like what you said earlier. EP, I think you said you made a comment earlier that was overlooked. And you said that we don't reinvest back into our business, right?
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing, because I think that we have a misconception that having a business means that you're going to be financially stable. But
that is far from the truth. I'm here to tell you, brother.
The only way you're going to be successful is by running a successful business and then selling the business. That's the only way you're going to be, like financially rich, is once you sell your business. So I think people need to understand that part too, about owning a business.
Or you can branch off into other things and let that be your parent.
Franchise it.
Mm-hmm.
Or be
not even that.
It could
be in the other. It can be in a whole other arena.
Be a corporate umbrella for other businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate the call, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling the show.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
All right.
Man.
Go ahead, as you were saying.
No, and then what we was talking about is how you.
Oh, we have another caller.
Take the call.
Is that another caller?
Yep.
During the Laker game. That's good.
You didn't think we were gonna have any calls.
Lakers.
You don't
won.
answer?
No, I don't even know. That's just a ringer then? Okay.
My alarm. Your alarm.
Yeah. So the cost of doing business with black business. Can I say one thing?
Please.
My grandfather used to tell me.
Why not? You can say a whole lot of other things.
you know, said it's business. We talking about business. I got a lot to say about business.
Is that what? Somebody playing on our phone? Quit playing on our phone.
Yeah. It's a hotline. It's a hotline.
Is that a caller?
They video chatting. They want a video chat.
They want to
with
pop
them.
in.
Hello?
Hello.
I was like, y'all not gonna answer me. It's Cassandra again.
Oh, hey, Cassandra.
Real quick, this is my last. So I have to say this. I own another company called Sweet Velvet Treats, and I'm licensed with the State Board of Equalization. So what I did was I made sure that I did my research first in all my businesses that I own, meaning that I got my license, I got the insurance, and when I'm out there, you know, I at least am educated as to what I'm doing. But one great thing that I do, so I'm a vendor with UCLA, USC, and Charles Drew University.
Nice.
And I always hire young people, but I hire anyone that is willing to work. I have my own kitchen that I rent whenever I'm doing big events. But the whole purpose is that, especially youth that are interested in getting into this business or any business, I like to take them under my wings. So in serving people, they see how I interact with people, but I challenge them to do the same thing, being comfortable in front of an audience, learning about the pros and cons and the good and the bad when it comes to serving food and how you handle food, and what you should do if you want to get into this business. You know, what kind of degree or trade you need to. If there's funds that are available, I'll give them, you know, whatever resources that they need, especially if I see that this is something you want to do. But I get excited about paying my folks. And getting them and helping them to the next level.
That's
great.
great.
That is so important in helping each other.
Yes.
I love it.
You're a woman of many talents.
That's
Cassandra.
smart. Thank you. That's smart.
Woman of many
I'm gonna be
talents.
quiet now.
Oh, thank you,
Thank
Cassandra.
No, that's all good. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
man.
Cassandra.
Thank you. Your values.
And I was going to say, because I work with some people that had a own business, and I help them with that. But just like you said, I think it's a small percentage because of our young people, and that's what we really need to start encouraging and building them, not just to go work, but to be business owners.
Yes.
And a lot of them, just like you were saying, the weed, the this, the that, and it's a revolving door.
But we also got to be non-afraid or unafraid to check them. A lot of times we don't. A lot of times we're too afraid to even say something to correct one of the youth.
Right. Because they youth.
I mean, okay, you see somebody doing something wrong, that's a youth. Everybody else, like, we're too afraid to even say, hey, bro, that ain't how you do that. Hey, can y'all do not curse around this business or this? Like, we won't we are too afraid to step up and actually teach them.
You got to take them up under your wing.
And it's a way you do it.
Right.
It's okay if they know you care.
Right. You don't talk at them. You talk to them.
Yeah. Yeah. So
do you think we as Black people also suffer from that crabs in a barrel mentality? That's part of the process of doing business with Black business.
We never belong in a barrel, for one. For two, there's been many times, at least 34 times in American history, where we have excelled and propelled above and beyond what our expectations, what others expected of us. So now we also, at that time, cities have been flooded out that were prosperous. You have riots that have taken place, but we were steady put behind the 8 ball, whether it be through redlining, and the people that wrote redlining was the Fair Housing Act. You had all kind of things that have been put against us, but at least 34 times in American history, we've done well. So we keep rebuilding. We having to keep rebuild.
We can go on and on and on and on.
Especially with this topic.
Any final words from you guys? Because before I introduce the next topic for the next show,
I want to say this one thing.
Okay.
The white man's ice is not colder.
Amen. Amen.
That's what I want to end.
Amen.
Okay, that's a great thing to end on.
Yeah.
So we're gonna extend it a little bit in another direction for next week's topic. It's the sacrifices of entrepreneurship. And we all feel those.
Yeah, well, you heard Trevor, deep breath.
Yeah, and we're gonna have a special guest next week too. So I'm gonna bring an artist in, and we're gonna talk about the journey. And we're gonna also talk about our journeys and what it took to build our businesses.
Yeah,
some of the things that you don't see behind the curtains.
Yes, some
of the relationships that fail because we chose to support ourselves.
Right.
Be in business.
Yeah, be in business.
Bob,
I ain't even gonna get all the way into it. Come on, Trevor, with the
Yeah, you got a minute, bro. Come on.
I got 1 minute.
Bring it home, baby.
Yeah.
What up?
Okay, well,
what up, Bishop?
Real Spit. Hello, Bishop. Real Spit. One of the first things that I want to say is everybody, that you must find something that you love. If you find something that you love, call it work. If you have a job or if you own a business, it's something that you love, you will never work a day in your life, for one. But also do your due diligence, do your homework, do what it takes before you open those doors. Make sure that you found out the disposable income in the community, if it's a service, who needs your service in that community that you're interested in, and then find out, or if you can't, have a mentor to point you in the right directions, to give you kind of a blueprint or a template so that you can go into it with at least a 60% chance of success. Remember that a lot of businesses that are Black owned usually go belly up within 3 years. They say it's usually 2, but don't let that happen to you. And at least try to gauge that by understanding your target market. Once you understand your target market, you have a better chance of hitting a bullseye. If you don't have a bullseye and if you don't have a plan, you're only primarily planning to fail. So go into it with a game plan. And also remember, lastly, it's called business, not friendness. Once you start understanding that business is business and friendness is friendness, and never shall the two meet, you might have a better chance of success as well. Until next week, we really enjoyed it. You've tuned in to watch Spitt'n Pollaseedz, especially know that we're in competition with the game
follow,
tonight.
share. Like, follow, share.
We appreciate you.
Yes.
Till next week. Spitt'n Pollaseedz.
Learn to listen when it's grown.
When it's grown man talking.
Yeah, because real spit you don't find that often.
Hey.
Hey.